Just a reminder that this and all my other videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey, and welcome back to my closet and the 100 subscriber special, part 2. So last time we talked about some modern dolls. We went over Rainbow High, OMG, and Bratz, and Hairdorables. So if you want to see that, I will put a link in the card, and now we can go on to part 2. So I'm going to start off with Barbie, because Barbie is the quintessential doll, right? The first one that I have is actually not Barbie, but it is this that I still have in the box, a Lollipop Guild Tommy, and this is from 1999. Now the reason that I have this, it seems a little weird, but when I was little, I was in tap dancing class, and we did a Wizard of Oz themed recital one time. So when I was in kindergarten, I was in the Lollipop Guild, and so my mom got me this as a celebratory little present for that recital. Next up is Victorian Lady Barbie from the Great Eras collection. I just really love her aesthetic. Lace and velvet and dusty rose and burgundy and everything, and this like combines everything. She actually sits on my shelf with all my teapots and everything because she blends right into the environment. And it really shows what Barbie collector dolls used to have as far as quality, because I mean, she's got the velvet, the whole dress is velvet, there's a train, you've got all this lace details, the fabric flowers, even the shoes have little velvet overlays. She's got rooted eyelashes also. It's just too bad that Barbie collector dolls aren't quite like this anymore. Another special Barbie doll that I got recently is Winter Velvet Barbie, going back to the velvet theme here. She is an Avon exclusive. She could use a little cleaning up. She was actually still in her box, but the box was like open, so she's a little bit messy in the face and hair. I'm gonna put her out with some other dolls for Christmas this year. So another doll that I'm gonna be bringing out for Christmas is this Holiday Barbie from 1993. I just got her on eBay recently, out of the box actually, and I think I must not have read the listing because she didn't come with shoes. And I'm sure the doll actually comes with shoes in the box, but that's okay because you can't really see her feet with the way this dress is. But I just really love the poinsettia theme to her dress and how big and poofy it is. The funny thing is, I had a lot of holiday Barbies in box before I moved, but that was before I really started doll collecting, and so I was trying to clear out some stuff, so I wound up donating all of them. I was like, I can't take them out of the box because my parents had got them and were keeping them for, you know, resale value, but of course now holiday Barbies have no resale value. So if I'd only taken them out of the box, I could still have them now. And I do have 2 more Christmas Barbies that I've had for a while. This one was in the box for a long time, and I took her out after I moved because I wound up keeping this one and a couple other holiday dolls. She has slippers. They're somewhere in my box of Christmas decorations, but she's really cute. It's like she woke up on Christmas morning and she's ready to open her presents. And then this is a Kelly with a Christmas tree dress, and she had a Christmas tree hat, which is also somewhere in my box of decorations. Unfortunately, when I had my Christmas tree out one year, her foot got chewed. This one foot, I don't know if you can tell that it's a little bit warped, but you can't really tell unless you're looking. I just wanted to show this interesting little set of mini Barbies that I have. These are a bunch of miniature replications of full-size iconic Barbie dolls. This is a really cute set. The box is kind of open on the side here, but I still haven't taken them out because I'm not sure where I would put them. But they do have little tiny doll stands. They would be a cool thing. I need like a little shelf that I could put them on because this is not the only mini Barbies that I have. I actually have a lot of these little things. I don't remember what they were called, but they came out for a while. They're these little tiny Barbies in like plastic capsules with different themes. So like this is a wedding one. I have a lot of these because they remind me of a really old doll line, which I think was also by Mattel, called Little Kittles, which is the same concept where you had a tiny doll inside of like a locket or something. So I have that one. This is an Easter one. So she's got a little rabbit in there with her, and she's got bunny ears to wear, and she comes in like an egg-shaped capsule. This is my Christmas one. The hat doesn't really fit on her while she's in here, but she has a hat, and I think she came with a present too that's somewhere in the Christmas box. This is the only one I have that's like not in a capsule. It's just a princess one in like a slipper. I think maybe she was like a Cinderella one. This Halloween one, she's dressed up like a pirate, and she came with a little ghost cat. This is a special Hello Kitty one that comes in a Hello Kitty shaped capsule. Yeah, as you can see, the plastic is very cloudy and there's a yellowish tint to it because they were, you know, exposed to the sun for a while. That you can't really fix, but I would like to clean her up and maybe put her out. And then the last of these mini Barbies that I have are around the world themed. They came in a 4-pack. So each one was based on a different country. You can see here how the back has kind of yellowed, but the dolls themselves are okay. So this is an Egyptian one. She's obviously got a little Cleopatra thing going. This is for England, and she's dressed like one of the royal guards. This one is for Mexico, and she's got like a flamenco dress, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And finally, we have one for Japan, who has a kimono with some cherry blossom stuff on it. So those were really cool. I really liked the concept of these, and I don't know exactly when they stopped making them, but I had kind of been collecting them at the time because it was my way kind of justifying to myself in that interim period when I was like too old for dolls. I was like, oh, these are small and they're like collector's items, so it's not really dolls. Now we're gonna get into some vintage Barbies that I had when I was little. So this one is Teresa. I always liked her dress. She came with a little flower wand that when you would put it to the butterflies would kind of flap. And I did go through cleaning up all of my old Barbies. I actually parsed down my collection for a second time because when I was moving, I donated a lot of dolls that I was not as attached to this organization called Barbie Care and Share, who takes Barbies and redresses them and cleans them up and puts new outfits in a little sack and a brush and everything, and then gives them away to underprivileged children. So I sent a lot to them, and then when I cleaned these ones up recently, I'm going to send another package to them shortly. I'm going to put a link to them in the description below. Alright, then we have this mermaid Barbie. I kept because of her pink hair, and her outfit is just really nice. Like, I'm not super into mermaids like some people are, but I really like the way that they did her. And this shell is even like an actual metal button. It just shows what 90s Barbies had in quality versus today's Barbies. This is a birthday Barbie. I'm not sure what year she was from. I actually had her in the box too. There were only like 4 box Barbies that I took when I was moving. It was the Christmas one, there was an Easter one, which I didn't bring up here for some reason, this birthday one, and then a graduation one. You know, I kept her because I really like her dress, and maybe I'll pull her out for my birthday in October. And then here's that graduation Barbie that I was talking about. She's class of 98, that was when I graduated from preschool. So here's this ballerina Barbie, and now the idea with her was that you hold this up and she can twirl. She has so much articulation for an old Barbie. So we've got ankles and knees, and she's got elbows, and then of course hips, and very big hips, obviously because she's a ballerina, and shoulder, as well as her regular head motion. Unfortunately, her tights are ripped on the one leg, but other than that, she's in pretty good shape. This Barbie is another one that I kept because of her articulation. She actually has like a waist pivot and knee joints, and I still really like her, and I like her outfit too. It's very 90s. Then this is one of 2 soft Barbies that I have. This is Midge. Her hair is a little puffy still, even though I washed it, but I think that's just because of the way this is, and I couldn't really submerge her because of the soft body. And the reason her eyes are a little bit faded is because they're supposed to glow in the dark. I don't know if they still work, but I really liked the concept of the soft Barbies. Here is Rapunzel Barbie. She is definitely one of my favorites. Her face sculpt is very unique. Her hair has seen better days. I mean, I tried really hard, and she obviously has a lot of hair because she's Rapunzel, right? So the idea with this Barbie is that you put the hair up here in the crown, and then you push the crown and it releases this thing, which makes the hair fall down. And used to be in bubble braids. But when I washed it, I was brushing and brushing. It was just all coming out. And I was like, if I keep brushing like this, she's gonna be bald. So I decided to stop. At least it was clean. I did everything that I could, and I just put it in a braid, which still looks nice. I mean, it's a little like stiff, but you know, she still looks good, and her outfit is still very, very pretty. And here's my other soft Barbie. So she also has the glow-in-the-dark eyes. And this is not the hairstyle she had before, but her hair, again, because I couldn't submerge her, is not in great shape, so I just figured I'd put it up in some way. This Barbie, this poor girl, she doesn't have her original outfit anymore. This was the one that came with the makeup in the skirt, like the little lip gloss and everything, and the makeup got all disgusting and moldy and it kind of seeped onto the dress. So I had to get rid of the dress, and I had to actually cut like the skirt off. It was attached to her body. So now she's wearing this, which is kind of the same color that her original dress was, just to kind of nod back to that. Here's another Barbie that has a holiday theme. This is one of the Witch Barbies. I have her hat somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it before Halloween. But I love her outfit. So here's a really special Barbie. This is a wedding Barbie, and her name was actually Kelsey, which is why a friend gave it to me for my birthday one year. Just the fact that her name was Kelsey, and she had curly brown hair, which I had way thicker curls than I do now, back when I was little. So she's very special because she's me. Now this is one of my oldest Barbies. Her leg is like peeling away. I don't know what is going on here, but I guess that's kind of partially the reason why I kept her, just because I knew that there's really no way to fix it in the way that you can fix other dolls. I've got another Kelly. This is a Thanksgiving themed Kelly, and I affectionately refer to her as Turkey Girl because I had her out for Thanksgiving one time, a long time ago, and a friend came over and saw her on my shelf and was like, "Fly, Turkey Girl, fly!" And so now I just call her Turkey Girl because I don't remember what her original name was. So this is Skipper. She's a beach one. I'm not sure where her bathing suit is. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I love this hair. This is a color change hair. I always liked her a lot. And my brother, when he was younger, pulled her head off. So I had another Skipper, and then he pulled that one's head off. I don't know what he had against Skipper, but he broke both their heads. So I still had them around with just the body and the head separate. And I finally, since I learned how to rebody dolls, put the head back. She can still move her head around a bit, but I don't want to play with it too much just in case. But I'm glad that she's finally back on her body. Now this one I believe is Whitney, but she came with like a phone that had a little notepad in it that you could write stuff. I still have the phone somewhere, I'm just not sure where. This is Stacy. I think this is one of the earlier Stacys. Her little outfit is just, it screams 90s. Actually, maybe she was the McDonald's Stacy's. I definitely had one Stacy that came in McDonald's clothes. This might be her, but I like this outfit better with her name on it. And then this is Stacy's friend, Courtney, who, I don't know how often she showed up, but I really like her outfit for some reason. I guess because it's very, very purple. It's nice to have different size dolls, and they made fashion packs specifically for this size and for Skipper's size back in the day, and Kelly's size. They just don't really do that anymore, although I have seen Chelsea fashion packs lately. So maybe they're trying to get back to that sort of thing. So before I move on from Barbie, there's just one more thing that I wanted to show you. This is my favorite Kelly doll. She actually came with a little pool playset. She has a little like lever in her back that makes her legs kick, but she was my all-time favorite Kelly doll, and I think I played with her and the other Kelly dolls more than I played with the regular Barbies towards the end, because I had the Kelly dollhouse and I just loved their size. I loved her red hair, probably, which is why she became my favorite. Just figured I would show her because she really means a lot. Alright, so we're gonna go from Mattel into something that Mattel used to have, which is Disney characters. So this is Pocahontas. This is one of my original Disney dolls that I had as a kid. She's got this really nice long hair, and I washed her along with the Barbies and everything, so it came out really nice. Her outfit used to change colors. She definitely looks like her movie counterpart. Other Disney doll that I have from childhood is this Ariel doll, and she came with this outfit, and then she had a tail and bikini top, and she has a third outfit that you stuff into the fins of her tail, and then, you know, you can pull it out and then it's her pink dress. Aladdin's my favorite movie, so I kind of have like the whole collection of Aladdin dolls. So this is Genie. His body is a little scuffed up just because it's all vinyl and he's got no clothes or anything. This is Aladdin. His sculpt is pretty good. I think he came with his street rat outfit too. This is kind of fun. Jafar, because, you know, if you're gonna play out Aladdin, you gotta have all the characters. How are you feeling, Jafar? Ecstatic. And then finally, I have the Jasmine that goes with that Aladdin. Oh, she's got articulation. Wow, does Aladdin? Oh, he's got elbows! Wow, I didn't even realize that. Not knees though. But she's actually got wrist and elbow articulation. How about that? And then snap knees. Ow. This doll was given to me by a friend for my birthday, but she didn't come with her green outfit. She came dressed in a purple dress and then came with this outfit separately. And she actually sings, although I don't know if that works anymore. The last Disney related thing I want to talk about that also has to do with Aladdin is this limited edition Aladdin and Jasmine set. I saw this in the Disney store when they first announced all of these. It's the Disney Fairy Tale Designer Collection. I wasn't able to get them when they first came out, but then my mom surprised me with them for Christmas that year. They are really gorgeous. The arms, it's either like a settlement of dust on there or the arms have just faded, although they weren't facing the sun. They're still gorgeous. I mean, there's so much detail in these Disney limited edition dolls, but they have a prominent place on my little Aladdin shelf. Next, we're gonna do Monster High, a fan favorite, of course. So I don't have too many, and I don't know if I'm gonna get any more in the future, but these are the ones that out of all the Monster High dolls I saw, I really liked the most. First, here's Elizabeth from Frights Camera Action, and I guess I just liked her purpleness. And I know some people say that she's just purple Draculaura, which sure, I could see that, but I like the purple coloring better than the pink coloring, so I wanted to have a vampire and I went for Elizabeth. This is Scarus Katrine Demue. I love cats, which I mentioned earlier or in part 1 or something, so obviously I had to have a cat girl. This one is one of my favorites out of all of them, and I like her a lot more than even when I saw pictures of her online. This is Rochelle Goyle. I like her eyes. I like how big and expressive they are. Her stone-colored skin and everything with the little flecks. I just think that's really cool. And then, of course, she's got the horns and the wings. She's really nice. Then we have Kiyomi Haunterly. She smells like cologne really strongly. Whoever had her used some really strong shampoo and conditioner and stuff, but her hair is really nice. I didn't have to clean her at all when I got her because she was already nice and clean. She has her whole outfit, even her little socks here. And I guess I just liked that she was like a ghost. I like the idea of ghosts. Like, ghost types have always been one of my favorite types in Pokemon. So I definitely wanted to go for some ghost Monster High dolls. And then the last one, also part ghost, is Cyrena Von Boo. And I just really love the ghostly mermaid thing going on. Like, she's very unique. And I also got her complete. Her hairstyle is still intact, which is incredible. And even though I washed the main part of her hair, it stayed that way. So I'm really glad about that. She's really gorgeous. Finally, we are going to end this little trip with all of the weird dolls that I have that don't really fit into other categories. Now, I'm sure you've heard me mention a couple of times in different videos that I am a huge fan of Sailor Moon, and this is Princess Serenity and Prince Endymion. I guess, this is kind of his outfit that he wears as King in season 2. Their faces are kind of weird. I kind of tried to style her hair back into the buns because I cleaned her up recently. Originally, she just had the 2 pigtails and then like little plastic things to be the buns. It's like every doll now has space buns. How come they couldn't do this back in the 90s? But whatever. She has a spot on my Sailor Moon shelf with all of my Sailor Moon Funko Pops. This guy though, I could make a whole separate video about why I'm not into Mamoru Darien and all of that, but I'm not going to because that's not what you guys are here for on this channel. So yeah, he doesn't get to sit on the shelf. He goes back in the box. Okay, here is What's-Her-Face. I think this is the only What's-Her-Face that I had. And if you don't know what What's-Her-Face is, they were dolls with no facial features that you could customize with your own faces, draw on, stamp on, you know, and they also have wigs. So this is what she looks like when she's completely blank. She has a really cute outfit too, and the outfit pieces are reversible, but that was the idea, that you could create your own doll, and it's a really cute concept. Another really interesting piece is this itty bitty tiny doll called Melanie from Melanie's Mall. Who remembers that? And there were these tiny, tiny little dolls with real hair and real clothes and articulation. They even came with these little tiny stands to play with them. And of course the play sets were malls and mall pieces, so you could build this huge mall with all these different stores, and they had, you know, accessories to put in the stores that they could buy. Each of them had a little tiny credit card, and there was a swiping slot on the cash register. I'll see if I could put some pictures in. I got rid of everything from Melanie's Mall except for a couple of outfits and this one Melanie, who I tried to style with Sailor Moon's hairstyle because again I was obsessed. I mean, she's got really detailed face paint too for such a tiny little doll. I think this was a doll line, a toy line that was really underrated. This here is a La-Di-Da doll. She's the Frog Princess from the fairy tale line. I actually got her secondhand, and she needs a second hand because apparently the person who had her last let their dog chew on her hand. But she's still really pretty. I just need to find a stand that works for her because, I mean, she's got these little tiny legs, so you can't like lean her against anything because she's always gonna fall over. This is another one that I made a video about. This is Licca-chan, and Licca's just really cute because of her anime style face. She's special because she's from Japan. I would get more clothes for her. It's just a matter of you have to go through the whole Zen Market thing, which is why I started trying on Barbie clothes on her, and some of the like Skipper Stacy sized outfits fit her really well. So another doll series that kind of flew under the radar was Snapstars. And I really think that these are nice dolls if they had only had rooted hair. I really don't like the way this wig is because no matter what I do, it just looks bulky and ridiculous on her head. They have inset eyes, they have a lot of articulation, and the concept was cute with, you know, having the green screen that you could put them in different places. Really good for doll photographers. I don't know what made it that they didn't do so well, because even the clothes are really nice. So this is a doll that I just made a review on, so I'm not going to talk too much about her, but this is Kind Brianna. She is very pretty. Her face has definitely grown on me more and more since I made that video. And of course I love the eco-friendly message, and I'm hoping to see more of them in the future. I'm hoping that they'll improve upon what they've started with. And you know, I didn't even think about it while I was making the review. Brianna looks a lot like this girl right here. This is Shibajuku Girl's Shizuka. I still do really like her a lot. I think her clothes are really nice. I love her big eyes and the fact that they're inset eyes. But I would love to dress her in some other outfits and get some other clips because these hair clips are just so adorable and they're all like different textures and everything. This is Star Darling Sage. Technically she could have gone in with the Disney dolls because she is a Disney product, but she doesn't really fit the description of like a Disney princess or anything. I should get more of these. They were really nice and you can find them in the box for not that expensive because I guess they didn't really do that well. In keeping with the theme of dolls I made videos about, this is Itty Bitty Pretty's Sweet Tea. I haven't heard anything about a second series of these, and they actually went on clearance at Target for like $2.99 and I missed it. The box was still there and the tag was still there, but they were all gone, and I was really pissed because I was like, ugh, I would have gotten more if they were that cheap, which shows kind of how I feel about Itty Bitty Pretties as a whole. The only thing that might lean towards the possibility of them not totally going away is that they added them into the mini brands. So I don't know if maybe that's a hint that they're gonna keep going, but I really haven't heard anything about it so far. This is another doll from my childhood. Who remembers Madeline, the book series and the cartoon series? She's pretty short, compared to like, I don't know, compared to like a Barbie doll, not quite to the shoulder. I mean, her hair is kind of a disaster right now, but she has nice hair and her clothes were all really nice. I mean, I have quite a few outfits because I was really into Madeline, and I have quite a few interesting outfits for her. There's this formal one, there's her original school uniform, I have like a sweater and leggings combo. These were really nice dolls. They don't have a whole lot of articulation, but for little kids, they were really cute. So I figured I would include her because I think she's an interesting piece in my collection. Last, but certainly not least, in the oddball dolls, and the last doll I'm going to talk about in this video, is Moxie Teenz Tristan. This doll is just so gorgeous, and I wish that I had done a better job trying to give her hair. I was watching for another one that had a wig that had been glued in place, and the hair was a mess, but she came with everything, and it was an auction, and I was waiting and waiting for the last moment to snipe. I was away with family, so we were eating, and I was waiting, and then like I was in the middle of eating and I missed the end of the auction and I lost her, so I was really pissed. So I wound up getting this one instead, which had all her clothes but didn't have her wig. It's just that then I had to figure out what to do about a wig. And so I tried to make one myself, and the hair, if I pull out the hair tie, it's just everywhere. It's so big and thick. I like the color that I picked. I got it from the Doll Palace on Etsy, but I'm afraid to cut the hair and style it because I don't want to give her like a chop job and then have to start the wig all over again. So I've just kind of been leaving it in a ponytail. She's got inset eyes and rooted lashes. She's got a really pretty face mold and tons of articulation. She's got upper torso, her elbow, wrist, shoulder, knees, and hips. The hips not as much, but that could just be the skirt that she's wearing. I think ankles. These dolls are really, really gorgeous, and I wish I could have found one of the ones that had the rooted hair because they did make ones also with rooted hair. But I'm glad at least I have her. I couldn't think of a better doll though to end with because she is one of the prize jewels of my collection. Alright, so that is everybody that I consider part of my collection. I want to thank everybody again for subscribing. I really appreciate your support and all your comments and your thumbs up and watching and everything. It means so, so much. Thank you so, so, so much. If you haven't subscribed yet though, and you liked this video, you can check out some of my other videos and consider subscribing maybe. Give this video a thumbs up. Share the video. Maybe we can make that goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I mean, I'm already at like 140, I think, so the sky's the limit, at least I hope. Check out my Instagram, link will be in the description down below. Thank you so much again. I can't say that enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. All right, see you next time. Bye. Then I have this Halloween